Hey, Keondre, great game last game. You went out there and you played your best, came up a little bit short. What are some of the things that you guys have talked about to get corrected on the defensive side of the ball? I know it's uncharacteristic for the team to give up that many points, but what have y'all talked about?
Just executing better. Um, Getting away from the penalties. We had a lot of penalties that we talked about. Getting that throughout, executing the plays better, and just pursuing more to the ball. Because like we say, if they don't score, we win. And so they obviously scored and they won a game. Just fixing them things, fixing a little more, tackling better, that we want to say, and just being more intrigued to the defense and just play better and just do what we can to win a game, stuff like that.
Steven, go ahead.
Yeah, Keondre, I was wondering how your music career is coming along and if you've released your song about food yet.
Nah, that's gonna be on hold right now. Just focus on football.
You don't have like a date in mind or anything
Nah.
regarding your music career?
No, sir. Nah.
Keondre, what is kind of the mindset of the team after that loss? Is it still one of those 24 hours to think about it, then you got to wash it and move on, or is this being still kind of used as motivation this week?
I mean, yeah, it's motivation, but I mean, the next day we talked about it, we got through, and it's on to the next. We got a big opponent this week, and that's what we focus on right now. It's not about still crying, still being sad about the previous game. You got to move on. You got to just be better. Learn from your mistakes and make this week better than last week. And that's how we focus on right now.
Nick, go ahead.
Yeah, Keondre, obviously every time you guys, match with Oklahoma, you obviously have a really talented quarterback to game plan for. Just, wondering what have you all seen from Spencer Rattler on tape, and what's maybe a little bit different about the Oklahoma offense this year than in years past?
I mean, every Oklahoma team is going to be explosive. They're going to have offensive players. And so, I mean, it's the same offense that we see every year. Spencer just has a very strong arm. He likes to throw the ball, but he makes mistakes too, like every other quarterback. But, I mean, it's a good offense over there. And as a defense, we just got to go into practice today and work on things to stop him. That's what we're going to practice today and work on this week.
Ryan, go ahead.
Keondre, going to the Cotton Bowl last year, you got to experience the full throttle nature of it. Can you imagine a place that's only going to be 1/4 full and kind of basically empty compared to what it normally is?
It's going to be weird. I mean, past 2 years going to the game, it's amazing. I'm talking about eyes wide open. My eyes barely even open now. But just going through that process and seeing one side of your team, the other side of this team, it's amazing. But now, I mean, we kind of got adjusted because we played in 3 games so far, so I kind of got the feel of how stuff is going to be. But just being at the Cotton Bowl, it's going to kind of be weird, not having the full, fans there to support you and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, along those lines, I mean, how would you describe what the atmosphere has been like at these games? I mean, playing at home, did it feel like a home game? Playing at Lubbock, did it feel like a real road game? I mean, how would you describe the noise level?
I mean, playing at home is different. You just hearing so much support for you, and it's amazing because it puts fear to the team that I feel like. And then going away, it's kind of like, it's just y'all in a little room with a whole bunch of people trying to get after you. But then, like, being at the Cotton Bowl, it was just like, I said Cotton Bowl, but yeah, the game, it's kind of like you got half, and it's like just a big war and just trying to see who's going to win that game. And it puts different because it's like a Super Bowl for us 2 teams to get each other like bragging rights. Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, it's kind of different now.
Cool.
Maya, go ahead.
Hi, Keondre. I just wanted to ask, what does this rivalry mean to you, and how badly do you want to beat Oklahoma on Saturday?
I mean, it's not even just about badly how I want to beat Oklahoma. Like, yeah, I want to beat them, but it's on to where I want to win. And so just they're in the way for me doing that. Yeah, so I want to beat them and I want to win to get to the next week and just keep building the wins up. So, I mean, yeah, this rivalry is big to me. Being recruited I had a choice to go to Oklahoma or Texas, and I chose Texas, so that's the difference. So when you choose Texas, Oklahoma fans and people don't like you. So my job is not to like them too. And I mean, I have respect for them, but just being here, you know what you have to do, and you have to beat them. That's for sure. You always have to beat them. But I mean, this rivalry is big for the past 3 years being here. Just understanding and going through it. It's an amazing feeling when you actually do beat them and play against them and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm trying to get a win and beat them.
Go ahead, Max.
Hey, Keondre, what gives you confidence right now that this team can get right this week, and just that this season can still be, as special as you guys were hoping it could be?
Because instead of after the game blaming each other, we all picked each other up and we said we know what we got to fix. I mean, that's different than I've seen the past 2-3 years I have been here. That was different. But then working with these guys every day, we've been through so much. Just during pandemic, everybody's been through so much, and just the fact that see how we bounce back and how we adjust to situations that we can't control. I mean, this team is different to me. It was just a mistake that we made as a team, and we're gonna fix it. We're gonna take practice today as this regular Tuesday, and we're gonna go even harder. And we know what we want to do, and that's the thing that we all know what we want to reach. And so if we want to reach that, everybody needs to be on the same page, and I think this team is.
Marcus, you're up.
Hey, Keondre, we talked a lot about the tackling last week after Texas Tech. How do you feel after watching the tape? The team improved, or just how do you feel about the tackling performance against TCU?
I mean, I think the team improved last week. I mean, we could prove more. That's what our coach said. Coach Ash, he said we did very good. Like, we did better than we did the previous week. And so let's be even more better this week. And so, I mean, just do that, work on executing the plays better, not having a lot of missed assignments and stuff on the field. That's what he told us Sunday. And so just take each game and get better and better. And I mean, I think that's what we're doing.
Got time for the last 3 ones in queue. We'll start with Mike.
So Keondre, you were talking about your time going to the Red River Shootout and just being eyes wide open. What are some of your memories of the games that you've already played in and been and saw that stood out to you, that was exciting to you?
I mean, a couple of moments. I mean, my first year going to the game, it's weird being a recruit sitting in the stands than actually playing on the field. Was two different experience. And when I actually got to step on the field and actually hear the chants, my ears were just going crazy because you're hearing so much different stuff, and it was just fun. And I didn't get to play that game my freshman year, but just seeing how the team won, I knew I always wanted to do that. Like, just being on the field while we won, because I thought I was a part of the team, but when you play in that game, that's when you feel like you're a part of the team. Then my sophomore year, last year, when I played in the game, it didn't go as we wanted to be playing, but it just felt fun just going against Oklahoma, just hitting them. I mean, I tackled Jalen Hurts. I was like, I just tackled Jalen Hurts, and it felt good. And little experiences like that and moments would never leave me ever.
Danny, go ahead.
Keondre, we're going to talk to him in a little bit, but what can you tell us about Court, and how much has he impressed you going from a walk-on to a scholarship guy to a starter and contributor?
I mean, when I got here, I was on scout team, and Court was our scout team captain, you want to say, and just seeing him, how hard he worked, seeing how players would just complain about how he's doing too much, he's working too hard, and just seeing him, and then so much of him working so hard paid off. Getting a scholarship, I was happy for him. Until actually on the field making plays, like you've seen last week, he made a one-on-one open field tackle that was amazing. I'm like, not saying it impressed me because he does it in practice. He was just like, this dude is really a good player and he works very hard. And just the fact that he put in so much time in this, because it's hard being a college football player. And so the fact that it's paying off for him, it's amazing.